Hello everyone, welcome back to our next video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the weathering processes, about the different aspects of weathering and how it impacts on the geological factor and the geographical factor. Okay, so let's get straight into the video. So basically weathering is a disintegration or the breakdown of rock material. Okay, so the basic definition you can infer from here. Weathering is a natural process of in situ. In situ means in a particular presence at that particular time of mechanical disintegration of and chemical decomposition of rocks. Okay, so it is the mechanical disintegration or decomposition of rocks and minerals of the earth's crust. The processes are carried out through physical and chemical agencies and are included in geomorphic processes. Okay, so the agents of weathering include atmosphere, water, and organisms. Okay, so there are three types of weathering. One is mechanical or physical weathering, chemical weathering, and the third type is biological weathering. Okay, so what is mechanical weathering? So mechanical weathering is no change in chemical composition, just disintegration into smaller pieces. You can see in the diagram over here below how a solid material is broken down into like 3 parts, then more small into like more 6 parts, and then finally into small fine grain pieces. Okay. Next, so mechanical weathering or physical weathering, processes by which rocks are broken down into smaller pieces by external conditions. Okay, the physical or mechanical weathering are further more classified into different types. Okay, they are, the first one is frost wedging, the process of freezing of water and thawing of ice due to temperature changes and its effects on rocks is known as frost action. Okay, so this is your first type. It usually occurs at high latitudes and altitudes. So basically what happens in this is the pores, cracks, fractures and cavities are widened due to subsequent changes in the cycles of freezing and thawing, leading to gradual disintegration of rocks. Okay, so this is the basic process what happens. Second we come to is thermal effects. Thermal effects is more effective in arid or semi-arid and desert regions. Okay, basically in the tropical parts, and usually occurs in summer as compared to as in winter. So what happens in this is that the solid, that is the rock, expands on heating or cooling. Okay, expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Okay, so the before the frost action one, you can see the diagram over here. You see the you can see the water how it has developed in the crevices of the rock. Okay, so this is frost action. Okay, okay, then you can see over here of thermal effects, as I have told you. So, third we come to is exfoliation, is a process by which layers peel away from the outer surface of the exposed rocks. Okay, observed in plutonic rocks such as granites. Okay, you can see over here the layers are peeled off. Okay, it is foliated type of form. Okay, this expansion causes fractures generally parallel to the surface of the exposed rock and are present at right angles to the direction of the expansion. Okay, usually they such processes are characterized into a dome shape. Okay, plants and animals is a biological factor. Okay, it is a biological factor. You see weathering due to plants. You can see in the diagram there are plants, the root has gone deep down up to the rock surfaces. Due to that the weathering occurs of the rocks. Rocks get disintegrate, and as a result on the rocks the soil gets developed. You can see in the diagram. Okay, plants and animals play a major role. You can see in rock disintegration. Okay, because of the roots, basically of the roots they exert pressure, and due to that the rock region man is also directly responsible for disintegration. Burrowing of animals like earthworms also lead to disintegration. Okay, that's the activity of plants you can see in this diagram. Okay, second type of weathering is so the second type of weathering is chemical weathering. It is a process of alteration of rock by chemical decomposition brought about by atmospheric gases and moisture, which leads to dissolution, hydration, hydrolysis and carbonation. You can see the diagram, chemical weathering of limestone. Okay, so dissolution, water is a universal solvent and number of minerals get dissolved on it. Okay, so this is our third type of weathering. Okay, second type was plants and animal, which comes in the biological weathering. Third type is chemical. Okay, so dissolution, you can see water reacts with a particular type of mineral. Also in saturation, precipitation of salts occurs. Okay, the removal of soluble matter from bedrock by water is called as leaching, and the residue is termed as leachates. You can see the example of calcite or calcium carbonate reacts with this acid, carbonic acid, to give free calcium ion and a bicarbonate ion. Okay, so this process depends on the pH also. Okay, if the pH SiO2 is soluble in pH greater than 9, and while AlO3 is possible below 4 or up to 9. Okay, so limestones are insoluble in pure water. Calcium carbonate replaced by calcium bicarbonate. Okay, so when it reacts with water, it gives a calcium bicarbonate. Second process is hydration. Okay, you can see over here dissolution, same example of given over here. Okay, then our second process is dissolution. Hydration, it is a process whereby certain minerals absorb water into the crystal lattice. They absorb water in the crystal lattice. Example, iron oxide absorbs water and turns the hydrates iron oxide. You can see hematite, an example, gives limonite. It is a type of iron. Okay, it's a different form of iron. Third process is hydrolysis. It is a chemical reaction between minerals and water. The H plus and the OH minus react with of the water react with the ions of the mineral. Okay, so water is a reactant in this. Example, feldspar in coarse grained granite under hydrolysis forms clay minerals. This process also involves volume expansion. You can see orthoclase, water, it will give kaolinite and salicylic acid. Okay, fourth process is carbonation. Carbonation, this process can occur because bicarbonate is nearly always present in subsurfaces of water and is a major component of waters. Okay, so you can see the example of a water plus carbon dioxide gives carbonic, and when this carbonic acid is further reduced, it gives H plus and bicarbonate ion. Oxidation, very common. It is a process reaction with of oxygen. Reduced state is ferrous, that is Fe2 plus, and oxidized state is Fe3 plus. So ferrous gets oxidized to ferric. Okay, this is ferric gets reduced to ferrous, that is reduction, and ferrous gets oxidized to ferric, that is oxidation. Okay, so this is this is a diagram given representation for sixth process, reduction. It is the reverse of oxidation. Same thing, it is the reverse thing. Okay, you can see the carbon dioxide reaction, oxidation reaction, and the diagram. This is the water reaction. This is the example of the calcium carbonate one. Hydration, hydrolysis, oxidation, organic activity. Okay, so this is all the so we can see the definition given of chemical weathering over here, the agents involved. Okay, this is the water is the main operator in this, which reacts with all the other bicarbonate, carbonate for hydrolysis, oxidation, reduction, dissolution, hydrolysis. Okay, so the three processes explained of weathering is physical, or mechanical, biological, and chemical weathering. Okay, so one small thing to be noted over here, what is the basic difference between erosion and weathering, because it is the best difference I found on the net. So basically erosion is a displacement of solids by winds, water and ice, and weathering, it is a decomposition of rocks, soil, minerals by direct contact with atmosphere. Okay, so erosion is the displacement of solid by these three components, and this is the decomposition. So the basic difference is this is displacement and decomposition. Here the eroded materials are displaced. Okay, displaced matlab it is like for example, you know, if you have studied in chemistry displacement reaction, okay, it is a type of redox reaction where a particular metal is displaced. For example, zinc chloride reacts with H2SO4, so zinc gets displaced with sulfate to form zinc sulfate. Okay, and hydrogen of hydrogen sulfate reacts with Cl to form HCl. Okay, then you balance the reaction to HCl and all that. Okay, so that is the basic thing where the eroded materials are displaced. Here the materials are weathered. Weathered materials are not displaced. Okay, they are removed, they are decomposed, right? The different types of erosion are water, wind, ice, thermal and gravity erosion. The different types of weathering include physical, chemical and biological, as we have done in the video of weathering. Wind, ice, water and human activities are some causes of erosion. Weathering is caused due to atmospheric factors like air pressure. Okay, three factors are your physical, that is your mechanical, as we have done your types, frost action, frost wedging. Okay, chemical include dissolution, hydrolysis. Okay, biological include burrowing of animals, plants and animals. Even temperature conditions play a role. Okay, so this is the basic difference of erosion and weathering. Thank you for watching.